Every policy they have is to combat human shittiness.
Yeah.
Right?
Sounds like us.
Yeah.
So that was so I had to come up with a super freaking deadly encounter just to challenge you guys.
Wow.
We all went unconscious at least once. I would say you
Okay.
succeeded.
Even if you did Fireball
so
like a
much
second
fun.
time, we would have been it. We would have died.
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't want to I didn't want to just outright murder you,
I have
but
backup.
I had to soften
Thanks,
you up.
Thomas. Thanks.
I had to soften you up so that the other, bad guys had a chance, and then put a mummy in there in case you went that way.
It was great.
It was good.
I mean,
It was
the
good all
fireball
around.
dropped 2 of us right away.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I was expecting one to
Well-
go down, and then I'm like, oh, there's a healer down. Oh no, the other healer's down.
Well, 2 of the 3 healers were down
Yeah.
instantly.
Thank goodness for us making friends with the kitty cats.
Yeah.
Actually, you have a healing spell, right?
3 that I used when the sarcophagus shattered and
guys
damaged,
can-
damaged
you
people
can't
for
heal,
like 3 points.
So he can heal.
Summer
I can
bomb.
heal.
Oh, you can heal. Oh, so
I'm a paladin.
there are 4 people that can heal.
Yeah, he has lay on hands as the
My
paladin.
strategy survives on
Thank you.
everybody else being able
Heal
to
me.
heal me.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
Well, and you
Yeah.
take half damage on everything, right?
And
so
If you remember to rage.
Oh, I got it. I mean, Thug is or Bandit Captain. Yeah, Bandit Captain is great, but it just does not do a lot of damage.
But I like it because it's annoying.
Yeah.
Like in a good way. Like it's
Yeah.
just like,
I mean,
oh my god, why did you go down? Like,
And then at the end, you had 5 hit points. All I had to do was do 10.
Yeah.
Right.
I know.
And then I could have did hit points to you and dropped 2 of you guys and
Bounce.
busted out. Yeah. But just come on, and you're just like, oh, half of that.
It was
half
like
of that.
inching towards my death. Like,
it was fun on this side to watch it.
I know. What's cool about D&D Beyond is that I can see it over here as well.
it's like playing a monk, right? They're all punches
Yeah.
and bunches as well. Right?
Yeah.
It's small little damage, but you hit 4 times in a round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. What was in the jars in the mummies thing?
That's
Because
it's organs.
Oh yeah, because if we're
Yeah.
basing it off history, I knew that one.
Nah.
His dick's somewhere in one of those. I hope that's in the one I just grabbed.
He won't need that.
Fucking Rasputin.
So, yeah. So this place was trapped to keep people out.
And we have blind luck survived so far.
See, here's the thing though. I'm glad. I wish the rolls were better, but if I put something at the door, that would have helped us probably. Would it have at least helped us? Yeah. Knew it.
Like a sarcophagus
The
lid?
heavy
No,
sarcophagus.
at the very beginning.
4,000 pounds?
Yeah, put that at the door.
They wouldn't have been able to get in.
You got people
probably.
casting magic. I don't give a shit actually what that actually means. But the fact that it almost got to the door, if it didn't break, we would have been protected. DM's words.
Whatever. A couple of shatters probably would have taken.
Yeah, but that would have gotten a lot of attention.
See?
Yeah.
Like, why are you attacking this crypt?
Yeah.
The people that were down here were not people that, because there were 2 people above that saw us go into here, and then I'm assuming saw the other 4, the 4 come.
I mean, maybe they were the
Colton,
ones who
what's his
alerted.
name?
So I think
Aaron
the
Chris.
Colton?
the Baltazar family had moved out of sight with Paladin Cormier. So it was the 2 people that were absolutely watching.
So they know that the next people that come out are the victors of this fight and are gonna go relay. That's why Lox was kind of like, we have an opportunity if it looks like they captured you. So that's why I'm thinking, oh, maybe Barry and Lox look like the people.
I think it's a great opportunity. I think that it's an inopportune time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's very
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
true.
so I mean, really, our options here are either follow your idea so that there isn't the people watching us don't figure out what's going on, or we find a way out in this natural cavern.
I think it's just for me, I think it's buying time. Like even if we just go up and we see if they're still there, as Lox maybe can be the dude that was being big, and then just yell, "Oh, we got them! They're all dead," or whatever, and then try and like kind of just be like, "Oh, okay, we'll go tell them," and then we can buy ourselves some more time or something.
Fake our death.
I want that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Fake
but also
The problem that I see is injecting ourselves as depleted as we are into someone who just threw a fireball at us and almost killed us all. So I worry that while we could have gains there, there's significant risk.
I guess it depends on whether or not Colton is up at the top.
Probably could detect that you're eluding
That's a
in
very
some
good
way,
point.
too.
Yeah.
I also feel like We gotta rate. Well, I thought
Well,
Colton.
but it's not an illusion.
No.
He's a shape changer. It's not magic. It's not an illusion.
But I wasn't thinking of going up and leaving. I'm literally thinking going up, being like, "Or is anyone looking? If they are, oh hey, oh yeah, we got him. We'll get back to you." And
What's wrong with your
pick up the
voice?
stuff. I
got punched in the neck.
I got punched in the neck. That stupid dragon. That dragon
You're
bird.
mute. So
Yeah, exactly.
You can
talk.
You can talk now.
The games are fun. Rob. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Question for you: is that a player? I don't know what to do, or is that a Lox? I don't know what to do.
For which part? I don't know what to do.
Why are you asking?
Lox has done this before. Like, he's taken identities of people that have been unconscious at drunk parties, and like he's done this before to get out of situations. So he's instantly.
Okay. But you're asking, should I do this? Should I not do this? And turning to your fellow party members.
I think it's because of his state of mind of just murdering someone and being like, and now that he has buddies he's with, he's like, I can't do this by myself because I have to take care of these guys too. Like,
Okay.
So.
Yeah,
Haldor's first time in a sarcophagus, by the way.
I was going to say, and I was like, it's Haldor. It's like, well, okay, he's in the sarcophagus, sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of firsts in this one. This is the first time that Haldor's gone unconscious. First time Is has gone unconscious.
First time the Lox ever killed anybody.
First time that Lox has ever killed anybody.
Well,
First,
with you guys.
Well, first time that we've seen a mummy.
It was brief.
Although it's hella funny that like Haldor like excels at killing everything undead, but all these live things like actually gave him the runaround. Like
I mean, he didn't kill the mummy. Izza did.
oh, okay, my bad.
It's
well,
true.
I guess
He
with most-
claimed it, but Izza was the one who
He
claimed who
did
did
claim
it.
it. Absolutely claimed it. Because in his reality, he did.
Yeah.
So that's just Haldor, right? Haldor has to be great to Haldor, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard for him to see himself as not great. So when the moment comes where he does, I'm looking forward to that. When we get to that.
Very fun.
I mean, I feel like you've done it at least twice. You killed the or whatever the fuck it was, the tentacle thing in the sewers.
The Wrangler.
OTO.
And then that thing. Not gonna remember that. And then you also downed like the first giant, the biggest thing we fought so far, like in like 2 hits.
Minotaur,
He's
yeah.
been doing well. Haldor's been doing really, really well, hitting some really hard stuff, which I've been very, very happy with seeing it actually being able to play this build. It's been a lot of fun seeing it, but the Otiug took like 3 shatters before Haldor got to it.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure. Of course, Barry wouldn't know.
Barry is never in the fight. It's like, there was a mummy in here?
I know.
He was in the fight.
Barry was in the fight this time.
I know,
No,
but he
but I
just
also
doesn't
love-
see like the main crux of like what the villain thing.
There's always like a crescendo in the battle that Barry misses, and that's my favorite part of Barry. Just like, what? It was a fucking mummy?
But no, I agree, Bo, that at some point, Haldor's going to have to confront not being great. And that's going to be very interesting. When either like someone else kills in such a dramatic fashion that he can't possibly claim it for himself, or someone kills something that just knocked him out.
I think there's definitely big opportunities for where Haldor could. It depends on what happens. He's got a lot of stuff that has happened in his past that has informed kind of who he is and why he has to be great. Why there is no other option for him. And so I because of that, there are certain things that will pull him from that. So I'm excited to see what those lengths are if we get there. But I think it'll happen. I hope so.
Yeah.
I have one question to clarify something. When they said they were talking for the papers, do we know what they were specifically referring to? The papers in this room or the papers back at our place?
I think it's talking about the papers in the secret room.
Though I love the
So-
it's like, oh, there's a ton of papers back here.
We left them in the chest that we didn't bring with us.
Yeah.
Right.
So I will say this: you found tomes and books. You did not find papers.
Interesting.
You did not find loose sheets of notes.
Okay.
Any notes were in book form.
And they were very organized.
Okay.
Well, then we will see what we find down in this this cavern next time.
Had Lilac ever cast that spell before? I'm very curious. Just for me, I'm curious.
Yeah, so he's casted his entire catalog as like training.
Oh, gotcha.
Shillelagh.
But had
Nothing's
never,
new.
you know, it's kind of like CPR, right? You learn it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if you ever have to do it, you're like shaking.
Sure. Yeah.
And he's sort of thinking back to his academy training. Is like, if you're ever in, an Uzo moment, you're ever in this. But no, everybody deserves a chance. It's like, well, maybe one day you'll be backed in a corner, and who knows what you'll be made of. And this is exactly what happened. And so he sort of like, what else did he teach me? He's like, okay.
Yeah. You may find yourself on the second story, and there's this little girl, and you just throw her out.
She wasn't a little girl, to be fair. I'll be very
She did try
slightly
and
fair.
kill. Yeah, she
I
did
do
try
have a
and kill
question.
Uzo.
Lilac got really, really angry. We saw a big shift in Lilac this episode, I think, from the more quiet kind of maybe naive, some would say, but withdrawn, innocent Lilac. We saw somebody who's got a lot of anger and has that kind of more bestial side to him.
Yeah. Well, that sort of, when that happened, I figured how would Lilac play to this? Because he was always seen as sort of like a protector at the academy previously, even though a playful one, but never imagined being in such a make or break situation. And training and instinct sort of kicked in. Dragonborn instinct, but also presence of mind, constant battering, training, like surviving by yourself is like, that's what you graduate with.
Can I ask you, how did Lilac, because Lilac stayed up when everyone went down, right, with that fireball. How did he feel seeing that? Everyone kind of poof, and then get fucked up.
That was like, he came around the corner not really knowing what's going on. He's like, all right, well, here's a cool wall, man. I'm going to go check out this room. And then coming back and seeing that, Lilac was, I guess the instant click was from innocence to anger. But everyone was down, so he kind of wanted to make sure, well, his instinct was keeping a promise.
Loved that moment, yeah.
And he was hoping beyond hope that he would find something, and thankfully,
I did.
Thank
Saved us.
the moon.
Yeah.
And was able to apply it. But at that point, he's dealing with emotions that he didn't know he had, especially vengeance. Right? He's like the darker side of things, and this is exactly why Master Uzo sent him away. Right? He's like, I failed you. You're never gonna get this kind of training that you need. Like, you don't have that edge, but like, I trust you'll make it out, but hopefully you don't find yourself in over your head. And the clothing thing was one of those lessons, right? Like aggressors get mass graves; they don't get funeral rites. And you are now, that is now your stuff. If you're ever like, it's like he's thinking back in flashes of like, what do I do now? What do I do now? What do I do now? Like he remembers his magic training, but like this is a class where he's like, I'm not gonna kill anybody. And so it's like a grim chore. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see more of it, more of where that leads.
I don't know where the fuck it's going.
Yeah,
He might
exactly.
fucking put his staff down forever.
We will find out.
I love it. I also love the idea that Uzo is teaching kids just to like ransack the bodies.
Leave them naked.
He would though.
He would.
Yes.
In my head, I love that.
And Ruckus would come and help him with that lesson.
So what you do is you grab by the crotch and an eldritch blast, point blank.
Here's how you appropriately disgrace them.
Uzo, I would imagine Uzo's the kind of teacher where he sees a kid pulling his punches, and he would like, in the jousting sparring episode, he would get very, very upset. And, demonstrate, what do you do now? Like, what do you do? And Lilac instinctively shunned that sort of stuff. It's all a game until it's not.
And here we are.
That's awesome.
All right. Well,
This was a good battle, Thomas. I feel like it was very
Very dangerous.
like in a good way.
Like we really do need to take a long rest as soon as we can, but
Yeah.
I did not want to leave and then have someone else discover this cavern.
That is what I want out of the combats. Like we're making it out by the skin of our teeth.
Yeah.
Like, yes,
fun.
we were.
As long as
like
there's
That's
I
the
like
fun
it.
part.
I do.
That's
I'm
the
with
fun
you.
part.
By the skin of
What
my
the
skin, please.
as long as there isn't immediately another combat, because if there is, we're
Yeah.
fucked.
No,
Yeah.
but even for me, making this very deadly, they should have hit harder. They should have, I should have changed them up to have great swords or
Long swords at
something, long swords at least, something, that can actually do more than a D6. That was, I mean, granted, this is an NPC, that it's easy to grab and kind of build out encounters. I changed things up. I gave different spells to the spellcaster, but also did have Wall of Force. So, yes, they have Fireball, but they also have 4th level spells.
Yeah.
I do like that we have a potion of embalming though, so you can be a little bit more.
I
so it's like, no, you're
legitimately
dead.
thought that we
Yeah.
were going to have to use that today.
I did do. Yeah.
The grim
sad.
decision. Who would get it?
Oh,
Yeah.
by
I think
the
I went
way,
down like 2 or 3 times. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
whenever you do get a long rest in, you will be level 4.
Hey.
Hey.
Finally.
Oh my
Interesting.
God. now
Whenever
I
you
start
do get
looking
along.
at it.
Yes, but now we're not gonna.
Yeah.
And we're off.
Okay.
Exhaustion hits.
So
I mean, I'll probably boost my charisma. It's my spellcasting ability.
Honestly, if we want to spam a game, we could just like close the door right behind us and just sleep in that little tunnel, and then. Well, I mean, if you check
And
it,
come out level
if
20.
she checks it,
I already got the bag.
Sleep until we're level.
we're forming.
I'm
just killed a bunch of cows
not going to
until
be gone for 8 hours.
Oh.
Like I have a timer built in. Lilac is only going to be in wild shape for an hour.
Oh, I know, but
I'm predicting that somehow you guys are gonna get stuck, and then we're gonna have to be like, wait, what's?
Well,
They haven't been back in a little
they'll be
while,
fine.
guys.
we will find that out next time. Whew. All right. So thank you, patrons, for joining us on this adventure. We appreciate it. Thanks for the comments on the YouTube. These are gonna go public, I think, in June. That'll be kind of the
6 month.
6 months. We'll do this. We'll make them public.
Nice.
I will turn off notifications before I spam everyone.
Yes, please. Good idea.
Still keep these, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
we
the
also
cards
have
are still
Devastating.
around.
embalmment, and we have
We used a good amount tonight.
we did, and we
See,
have
yeah, that's another
3,
thing.
4 going into the boy.
I used my critical hit on a D6 weapon. It's like, well, Haldor's over here. Here's 50 because
Yeah.
here's 12.
Because paladins.
What if you ever get like 19s on? What like simple silly thing investigation?
Yeah. All right. So cool. So thank you guys. Bye.